Welcome to Sammy and Marissa's Husbands podcast with your hosts, Long Schlong and Tiny Schmeat.
Yeah, we'll let you guys determine who's who. Um, but anything that has to do with Long is probably not old Marissa's husband. You can ask her. Um, but agenda, this day in history, athlete, a little bit about Trump shooting, basketball, baseball, random questions, some pet peeves, closing comments, and then that'll be it. So this day in history is not going to be a traditional this day in history because for one, this was kind of on the fly episode, and two, I just really didn't feel like looking stuff up. So I do want to talk about though, EA Sports College Football 25 has been released to the general public, and it is taking social media by storm. I feel like everything I see is all about NCAA 25, and it's been like what over 10 years since the last one was released, right? The last one was what, NCAA 15 or was it 14?
I think it was 14, the one with Denard Robinson.
Yeah, I know that one for a fact. I couldn't remember if a 15 got released or not, but I have yet to get it. I tried to get it, but it didn't really work out. Which Xbox do you have?
The Xbox One S. It's like the smaller. It's not the original Xbox One, but it's still older than the current new Xbox, if that makes
R-
sense.
Right. So I have the same Xbox, and that is not compatible with the new game, just so you know.
Yeah, I figured I knew I was going to get a new one just because I figured GTA 6 was not going to come out on this. But this will probably expedite me getting the Series X. But I am concerned that as soon as I get it, they're going to be like, "Oh, GTA 6," and then they're going to announce it with a new fucking Xbox.
I don't think so. I think this new series, because that's the difference. It's the Xbox One S and the Xbox One X is what they had, and now it is the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. So I believe that the series will be around for a while. So I'm gonna get the Series S. I just can't justify spending enough money to get the Series X, because for what I use it for, the Series S just makes sense. Um,
Is it just a newer one that's smaller?
the series, or what do you mean?
Because I thought it was just Xbox X was the new one.
No, it's Series S and Series X. So instead of it being Xbox One S and One X, it's Series X and Series S.
What is the, I guess you just have smaller memory or something on that one?
I would imagine so that for one, the actual console in the S is smaller than the X. The X is like that big rectangular black console, and
Yeah.
then the Series S looks very similar to the one we have. It just has like a black circle at the top.
Okay.
So all in all, not much different, but obviously the compatibility for new games is always going to be on this series now. Um,
I wonder if our will all my shit transfer over? Like, cause
that
all my games are digital. I don't know what that's the downside of all these digital games.
that is a good question. I don't know exactly. I would imagine so just like when we did the Xbox 360 change over to the Xbox One, a lot of those 360 games still worked on the Xbox One, but not
Yeah.
vice versa.
Yeah, the backwards compatibility and whatever.
Right. So I would imagine they do something pretty similar, but in reality, I never play Xbox anyway, so NCAA 25 is really all I'm gonna play. I mean, when GTA comes out, I'm definitely gonna get that. But all in all, I'm excited to play. My one of my coworkers brought his TV in today, and he had it in his office because he's on staff duty, so he's gonna be there all night tonight. And he has his 55-inch TV just sitting in his office, and he's been playing Road to Glory all morning.
Legend.
Yeah, so first game mode I think I'm going to get into is Road to Glory, where you create a player. You get to pick whether you're a 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, so on and so forth, and you get to kind of work your way up. So obviously, if you're a 5-star, you're going to be really good from the jump, probably not have to compete for a position. But if you're a 2-star, probably not going to start. Your player's going to be bad, so you're going to have to build yourself up from like practices and workouts and stuff. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to get in. Do I want to be 5-star and just kind of get in it, or do I want to make a prospect and have to work my way up? I don't know what I want to do.
I mean, you can just fulfill. You can fulfill some dreams and just make yourself a 1-star and just like old times, baby.
Yeah, the problem is if you make yourself a really bad prospect, you're horrible. So you're really slow, um, and trying to like actually get playing time is tough. So I don't know.
I,
I think I might go somewhere in the middle. It might be like a 3-star or something like that. It's where it's still a challenge. You still have to work your way up. Maybe you're not starting, but it's not so bad right from the jump.
I saw something and it was like, I'm playing Road to Glory. It's my junior year and I still haven't touched the field yet.
Yeah, so that's what happens because they let you pick wherever you want to go. Like if you're a 2-star recruit, because 2 stars is the lowest you can be. I don't think you can be a 1-star. So, but you can like walk on to Alabama, and
Okay.
you got a 60 overall person, 60 speed. You're a middle linebacker. Like in practices, you can't do anything because your guy sucks. So obviously you're not going to get any better. And if you don't start, the game's just like sim and sim and sim and sim and sim.
The There's another thing I saw, and it was on ECU's roster. They have a quarterback who's a 12 overall, and his throwing power is a 12. And I'm like, I'm thinking that's got to be a fucking it has to be like an error, right?
I think it has to be. I don't think they would have intentionally done that because he's probably getting so shit on by his teammates. Because you got to think that's an actual player on the team.
Yeah, it's a real dude.
It's a real dude, and he comes out and he's excited. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make myself the starter. We're gonna do all this." And he comes in and he's like, "Holy shit, I'm a 12 overall." His teammates probably gave him so much shit.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. But I think it's also funny, like people that are actually in the game are like, excited. They get home, they turn on the game, they go to find themselves, and it'll be like their name correctly, but it'll be like the wrong race. So it'll be like a black dude with like his name is in there, but like they have his skin color as a white guy. So obviously there's some details that they gotta fix. And I think that stuff may come out in like updates and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I mean, the scale of it, how many people they have to get is insane.
Yeah, like before it was just like quarterback number 12. And
Yeah,
like technically they made them very similar, but at the same time it was technically not supposed to use their name, image, and likeness. So if it was wrong, then it was no big deal.
that's fucking, I could just imagine me being in the game. I'd be the guy they rate 12. I'd burn the house down.
Yeah. So did you hear what all the players that are in the game received as their NIL money?
Isn't it like $500 and a free copy of the game?
Yeah, it was $600 and a free copy of the game, which some people are like giving them shit for, but I'm like, for what? You get to promote yourself, you get a free $600, and you get to play the game. Like, I don't see what you're complaining about.
I think Arch Manning, like, because he held out, I think he got like $50,000.
What the heck?
Yeah, like everybody was like, "Oh, he's an idiot," but I think I think he leveraged it well.
Interesting. I just wouldn't have put him in the game if I was EA Sports. I'm like, you are a kid. You're gonna want to play this game. Like, screw it. If you don't want to be in it, you don't want to be in it. I'd be curious to see what they give Madden players and like 2K players. Like, what's their deal that they get?
Yeah, I don't know because I know there's the current like players don't have a choice because the Players Association like owns their rights. But retired guys like Charles Barkley, I know he's not in any of the 2K games because he's stated that he wants them to donate $1 million to like the Retired Players Association,
Interesting.
which they won't do.
No, definitely not.
I mean, they have the money to do it, but
Yeah, but this is a business, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I'm definitely getting the game. I should be tuned in this weekend. So if you find yourself on the sticks this weekend and want to get an ass whipping, you guys just let me know.
I think the first game mode I'll play is like Dynasty or whatever, like with the college. I always like those modes better, like where you have a full team.
True, I'm with you. I think that overall will be a better game mode. I think where you get to do the recruiting and all that stuff. I think the first one I'm gonna do is Road to Glory though. I might not finish Road to Glory, but I'll definitely start it, pick a player. Trying to figure out what position I'm gonna pick. Quarterback's the easy option, but not sure.
Yeah, I've always liked those because I never really was into my player, like with 2K either. I've always just been like the team modes.
Yeah, I think the team modes are overall better. I don't like all the prompts that you have to do through like Road to Glory and My Player, where it like gives you a message. You have to decide how you're gonna respond and all that stuff. And I know it will be a lot like that. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool that it's about 10 years down the road and we're finally getting it back. But moving on, our athletes segment is going strong. So I have an athlete in my head, and you can attempt to guess it on your first try. And if you do, you know the rules.
I will. Before we go, I'd like to give a shout out. Happy birthday to Drew and to Carter.
True. Birthday twins. I
Yep.
uh I should have included those birthdays in our this day in history. I fucked up.
You're, you're a bad person.
I'm a bad person and a bad friend. So I hope you guys forgive me. I know Carter, you probably aren't listening, but you should be. Tell your deadbeat parents to get you on the pod.
If I asked Jalen to listen, she would. I've asked Chris 20 times and he refuses to do it. All right. I'm gonna guess my athlete.
All right.
Michael Olowokandi,
Not correct.
former Los Angeles Clipper.
All right. Well, yeah, that was not it. So no shotgun and a good Coors Light for me. All right. So now you got to guess. So ask me some questions and I'll see if you can work your way in.
Basketball,
Yep.
active player,
Nope.
Hall of Famer,
Uh, give that a Google. I don't think so. Will be for sure if he's not already. Nope. He's not in the Hall of Fame.
so he retired within the past 5 years.
It's been recent.
Vince Carter.
Nope.
Hmm. Did he play with Vince Carter?
No.
Past 5 years. Um, Eastern or Western Conference?
He's played in both.
Mellow.
Yes. Nice. Nice call. Way
The
to work yourself.
real Mellow.
Yeah, if you were gonna ask what team he played for, what teams he played for, I was gonna give you the reverse order to really stump you. Because if I would have said Nuggets, Knicks, you'd have been like, oh, duh, Mellow. But if I would have went Lakers, Blazers, Rockets, Thunder, Knicks, Nuggets, you'd have been like, what?
Yeah, that would have confused me.
Yeah. So with
Doesn't
that,
matter though, because I got it.
you did get it. Not first guess or second guess, which points are taken off. But I'll let you live.
I am also logging these.
Okay, cool. I like
Just,
that.
you know,
The
completion.
yeah, the autism just kicking in a bit.
Yeah.
It happens. You're gonna have just a bunch of spreadsheets just saved on your desktop because you're not the type of person that's gonna organize them into files. So your desktop probably just looks like a bunch of blocks all over the place.
I got files, baby.
Yeah, files unorganized and all over the place.
All right. Oh, fuck. I accidentally labeled this as me. This is your thing.
You are pretty selfish, so always trying to take credit for what somebody else does.
Yeah, 100%. Pay me.
All right, so big event happened in American history pretty recently. we had a former president, Donald Trump, having an attempt of assassination. He was shot at during one of his rallies. I don't know the correct term. I think it was just a rally. I don't think it was anything specific, but grazed his ear. He got put down. Secret Service got up, and then he, with blood all over his face, gave a nice Black Lives Matter fist in the air to all his Trumpies, and they started giving him a USA chant. So a lot of people don't really realize how significant that is, because like that hasn't happened in a while. 4 sitting presidents have been killed. Lincoln in 1865, Garfield in 1881, McKinley in 1901, and Kennedy in 1963. So 3 other presidents were injured in assassination attempts. Teddy Roosevelt in 1912, Reagan in 1981, which is the last president that had an assassination attempt against him, and then now Trump in 24. So I do want to talk about something in terms of Teddy Roosevelt. And I got to tell you a story, and I need you to tell me if it's true or false.
I think I know what it is.
Okay, so you're
Well-
probably going to get it. Okay, so he was shot delivering a campaign speech, prepping to run for his second term, I believe. So he got shot in the chest. He had his speech double folded in, I think, a metal glasses case, which prevented the bullet from like puncturing his lung. He declined suggestions to go to the hospital. Instead, he delivered his speech with blood seeping into his shirt. He spoke for 84 minutes before completing his speech and accepting medical attention. His opening comments to the gathered crowd were, "Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know whether you fully understand that I have just been shot, but it takes more than that to kill a bull moose."
Yeah, I mean, he was a bad motherfucker.
Yeah,
I
so
do want it to be stated that he did lose that election, though.
yes, correct. He did. I don't know how you lose after that.
Well, and this might, people might not like this, but I don't know if you should be elected president just because you got shot.
I'm with you, yes. If social media existed when that happened, he 100% would have been elected president.
Well, yeah, that's way more badass than getting clipped in the ear.
Yeah. So all those memes about Trump, and they put his head on 50 Cent's body and all that stuff.
God, yes. Yeah, Mike was blaming. Twitter was probably the funniest it's been since Fergie's fucking national anthem.
Yeah, no, that was crazy too. But yeah, Twitter was going absolutely bonkers. But when he entered in the Republican National Convention, I don't know if this is fake news or not, but I do think they played Many Men as he walked out like it was the entrance to a UFC fight.
Oh my God.
He had tape over his ear like he was an injured hamster or something. That was absolutely crazy.
I'm not gonna get too into conspiracy theories here, but I saw a picture and it was like when Trump was on the ground and there was a Secret Service agent with a washcloth already. Like, why did you already have a washcloth on your person?
I don't know, man. There's probably all kinds of required items that they're supposed to have. Like, what if he needed to blow his nose? You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't think it was planned in any sort of capacity. I really don't think the coordination would have been there to fake something like that. Like, he did get shot. Someone died. Like,
Oh, someone's really dead.
yeah, someone's really dead. Could you imagine just being like, because honestly, like, if Trump was in Wilmington and I lived there, I might just be like, you know what? I'll go. I want to hear what he's gonna say. And what if you just like get shot and die?
Yeah, it is insane. The next thing I see says Iran denies plot to kill Trump.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, but I do want to say the Secret Service needs to figure out,
Huge fuck up.
yeah, huge fuck up. Like we're talking about, they said it was the building that the guy was on wasn't included in their security perimeter. Like being 130 meters, yards, whatever, very similar, being that close, like that should want a rooftop should 100% be in your security perimeter. I think we may have lost Tyler. I don't know why he is frozen, but he's frozen with a stupid look on his face, which, is not far from the norm because he always has a stupid look on his face. Let's see if we can call him real quick. All right, so sorry, we had some technical difficulties, but we're back and getting back right where we left off. So I just wanted to talk about how bad their security perimeter was. That shooter was on a rooftop 130 meters out. He was being pointed out by numerous people who said, hey, that dude's up there, he's got a gun. They say they told people, nobody did anything about it. So that was a red flag for sure.
Yeah, I mean, just from the interviews, you saw like 5 or 10 people saying that, oh, we told the cops. I saw something that a police officer actually climbed the ladder. The guy saw him, pointed the gun at the cop left, and that's when he took the shot. Which
Yeah,
is
wild.
probably why he missed.
Could be, but also, I mean, 130 yards, we're talking a really easy shot with like an assault rifle because the reports are that it was an AR-15 or that style of weapon. And even if you don't have an optic, we're talking an iron sight. If you're aiming center mass, which is generally the chest area, where he should have been aiming, he 100% would not have missed if he has any kind of basic rifle marksmanship techniques.
Thank fucking God he didn't, because there would have been a civil war.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what would have happened if he hit him and he died. Like
Unreal.
absolute chaos. But did you see the Kill Tony episode?
Oh my God. I haven't watched the whole thing, but Shane Gillis does such a good fucking Trump.
That may have been the funniest thing I've ever seen.
And that other guy, Adam Ray, who's doing Biden, have you seen him do like Dr. Phil?
I've seen him do Dr. Phil on Kill Tony. He's funny as shit on Kill Tony.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah, but just like Trump, when he first walks in, and even just how he looks was just so funny, dude.
I got to go back and watch it. There's a couple of clips I saw where I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man, it was hilarious. There was a couple times where like one of the comedians would be saying something and you could see Shane Gillis like put the microphone to his mouth and he's like, maybe not. Maybe not. I couldn't even imagine what that dude was gonna say because he doesn't seem to hold back much. But moving on from the old Donald, moving into basketball. So Bronny's been struggling. I'm not even gonna get into his stats. What is he, 0 for 15 from threes? Something like that. It's not good. It's tough to watch. I do see him impacting the game, but he's just not putting the ball in the basket. He looks like he can't shoot from range at all. And the speed, I think, is just getting to him. It's too fast.
I will say he's getting a lot of hate. He was the 55th overall pick, and the number 2 overall pick went 0 for 15 last night. So
that is very true, which I didn't think that guy was going to be that great. The Alex Sarr kid, like he's just a product of Wimby, to be honest. All the French fanatics right now. So I think that is kind of in conjunction with the whole Wemby thing, and people just wanted a Frenchman because they think they're the new face of the NBA, which I mean Wemby is, but yeah, but Bonnie's been struggling, and it's tough to watch. I'm kind of ready for summer league to end so he can just get in the G League, get some actual run with an actual team, and improve.
Yeah, because they'll have an actual structured program. Summer League is tough because it's just guys who are just trying to make the rosters, trying to make the G League roster.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with you. And there's no structure to the game. So when he's in a system that has some structure to it, he gets his player development in, they're going to run through their sets and all stuff. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, he's going to be all right.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then USA played, I think, two exhibitions since we've last talked. They played Australia, who they barely beat, which could raise some red flags. They're supposed to be crushing these teams. So they handled Canada, but it was close, especially down there late in the third. It got pretty close. And then they barely beat Australia. I think they won by like 8 points or something like that.
I think we were up by like 20 though,
Yeah, but you can't let teams come back like that.
and we just beat Serbia 105 to 79.
Yeah, beat the shit out of Serbia. It was close in the first half, and then they ran away with it, which is kind of I think how a lot of these Olympic games are going to go. Teams are going to give them a struggle in the first half, and then the scoring is really going to be put on a pedestal, and we're going to really see that USA is leaps and bounds better than these other teams.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get everybody's best shot and they're going to come out energized. But I mean, do that even at their best. They're not good enough to beat this team, and they won't be able to sustain it for a full 40 minutes.
Yeah. So also speaking of Olympics, um, Thanasis has been
Go.
going crazy. Goat Thanasis.
Is that? I know I sent you that. I thought he tore something in his knee.
I don't know. All I know is you sent me that video and it's him playing in some sort of FIBA game. I don't know if it's this year or if it's recent, but a Olympic Thanasis is a number one option. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he I feel like he tore something in his knee, but I mean, obviously that motherfucker is good.
Yeah, he's just super robotic, and I think in the NBA that doesn't translate. Like you got to be fluid, you got to be smooth. If you're going to be a robotic guy, it's just not really going to work for you.
I mean, in the NBA, he's just a defender anyway.
Yeah. Um, but moving on, home run derby just happened, so it's MLB All-Star Weekend. Home run derby happened. Teoscar Hernandez from the Dodgers ended up winning. But the biggest takeaway from the national anthem was or from the home run derby was the national anthem. Did you see that?
Corey snapped me like as it was happening and said he just saw the worst national anthem ever. And I went to play it and I couldn't watch it.
It was
I had to stop.
it was bad. It was really bad. And like, obviously bad national anthems, everything we're gonna compare it to is Fergie. And I think it was worse than Fergie's in terms of Fergie was at least like she was trying something new. It wasn't that she was a bad singer. This girl just sounded horrible.
She she said that she came out and said that she was drunk and she's gonna check herself into rehab.
Yeah, I saw that and like it's good and all. I think you definitely need to because if you're going to get up there on the biggest stage and sing a national anthem, especially when nobody's really even heard of you, you should probably take that serious. And obviously, if you don't have the mental capacity to take that serious, then it's definitely some sort of problem that you have, and you probably need to see some help. But then she ended her little tweet or message, whatever she social media platform she put it on with like, "Oh yeah, wish me luck in rehab. I hear it's fun." Kind of like a little joke, and I was just like, yeah, maybe you're not taking this as serious as you need to.
Well, she's got a problem. So
That's true. That's true. Hey, hopefully it works out for her. But that was bad.
also, just to touch on that, obviously somebody knows who she is.
Well, right. Like I talked to Sam and Sam said she's a country singer and Sam didn't know her name. Um, but she looked up some of her songs and she recognized some of the songs. So she's obviously like, you know, on the up and up. But that could have been a big deal. If she crushed the national anthem, a couple people could have been like, hey, like this chick's legit. Let me start listening to her music. And but now it's just like, oh no, that's just drunky.
She's legit sauced.
Yeah, she must have been fucking really tying one on. But that's all I have for baseball. You want to jump into random questions?
I will say I am sad that Pete didn't get his third home run derby. Pete Alonso.
Yeah, I honestly, if I had to put money on anybody to win, I thought he was gonna do it.
Yeah, he didn't even make it out of the first round.
Yeah, it happens. Sometimes the ball's not flying. I know you can relate to that.
That is a perfect segue. I Our last game, I had 2 hits, 2 RBIs, no errors, and bumped my average for the year up above 100.
Man, how does it feel?
Ended the season on a strong note.
So you guys have no more games?
No, well, we have playoffs tomorrow.
Yeah, because you were supposed to have a game tonight or something, right? But getting rained out.
Yeah, apparently the field is underwater.
Yeah, little birdie told me that the reason that they canceled the game was because Drew was going to hit 3 home runs.
I heard that too. And I can't say whether or not that's a fact, but it seems like that's probably the reason they canceled it.
Yeah, it has to be. Um, but yeah, I mean, bad season, it happens.
Yeah, we fucking suck. I mean, there's really no way around it. We're butt cheeks. I didn't provide much of any help on offense all year. I did
Negative.
have more RBIs this year than I did our first year when I hit like 390, which is interesting. But fuck it, you know. I
Yeah,
mean,
that just means everybody else was getting on base and you just couldn't bring them home while keeping yourself safe. You brought them home. Everybody else did their job. You just couldn't.
yeah, you know, I'm just not very good. I mean, it just comes down to it. My big swinging dick was holding me back the whole fucking time.
That must have been it. Must have been it. But one thing you guys could do prior to next season is attempt to practice.
I feel like that affected our wins.
I would say it 100% affected your wins. If you guys just would have went to the cage or something, or get out there on the field 2 weeks before the season start, let somebody hit and put people in the outfield and like actually play, it would have helped, I think, or just do some batting practice.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like if we would have been playing in the Carolina Beach Rec Center, we might not have done traditional practices, but we would have went and shot around.
But also, we're always playing basketball. It's different. Like we played basketball at least once a week since we were fucking 12.
Yeah, but
So
but
it's a little different.
if we were playing in a 7-on-7 football league, we would have went out there and ran some routes. I would have. I don't know about you.
Oh well, yeah. But also it's one of those things. It's like it's slow pitch. So how hard could it be? That's the thought. And then you go out there and there's some big motherfucker who hits it 95 miles an hour at your head.
Yeah, obviously it's harder than you thought it could be. I know you guys have played a few years in the league, but damn.
Yeah, but we're in a position where we can win a playoff game because we're playing another 1-win team in the first round.
I hope for your sake you get it. And then you get to play Good Hops and they absolutely spank the shit out of you.
Good Hops finished third this year.
Really?
There's a 3-way tie for first. Yeah.
Interesting. Is it because there's teams that are better for them than them, or is it because they just like didn't all show up every game?
I don't think anybody's better than them. Still, I mean, the other 2 teams, one of them is Joel and Hayden are on that team. And the team's pretty solid, but they're not as top heavy as Good Hops. And the team we lost to last night, we lost 15-9.
Okay.
I mean, we were there the whole game.
Okay, I got you. All right. Segue random questions. So, first random question. You were in Tampa going to a concert this weekend, correct?
Correct, Amundo.
And you stayed in an Airbnb with Drew, Mike, Drew's dad, and Mike, correct? I
Yes.
know this because you took a picture and posted it on Facebook. And in that picture,
I didn't, just to clarify, I did not post the picture.
correct. You did not post a picture, however, you were in the picture. And in that picture was a lone box of Oreos.
You want to know how many I ate?
Yes.
I can tell you for a fact that morning I had 9
You
Oreos.
had 9 Oreos for breakfast.
I was on vacation, bro.
That is atrocious.
Yeah, I felt bad.
I bet.
Yeah, I did not feel good.
9 Oreos. Was that a whole sleeve? How many freaking Oreos are in the sleeve?
Nah, it's like half a sleeve.
You would
Oreos
not.
are pretty bad for you.
Oh, 100%. Gotta be in like the top 10 of worst snacks you could have.
They are the vanilla ones though, so I feel like that's
Probably even worse.
probably even worse because I feel like there's well, fuck, I don't know. I'm
It's
thinking about
all artificial, baby. It's all
yeah.
artificial. Yeah.
Well, that's your answer. Fucking at least 9.
At least 9 for breakfast. Oh my goodness. I bet those things got absolutely demolished when you guys came back drunk from that concert.
I had the worst gas of my life probably the day before the concert.
Do you think the Oreos had anything to do with it?
Not with that. I think it was we went to this place called Wing House. That was basically just Hooters. And that fucked up my stomach. And then the next day we had Little Caesars and that fucked up my stomach.
Sounds like
Went to
healthy options.
yeah, it was terrible. Worst I've eaten probably in 2 months. Um, we went to Top Golf and Drew's dad said, I am a natural.
Said that you are a natural or that he's a natural.
That I was a natural. And if I took a couple lessons, I would be really good. Just putting it out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna disagree big time.
Whatever, dude.
Look, generally a baseball swing and a golf swing translate a little bit.
Incorrect.
I've seen your baseball swing.
Incorrect. You haven't seen me since I started loading. Since I started squishing the bug.
Oh Christ.
All right. I got my question for you.
Let's hear it.
Let's say you get transported back to 1850, but you have all your current knowledge. Is there something that you think you could remember how to make to like create generational wealth for yourself?
That's tough. I'm not the most handy guy in the world.
No, I'm just thinking like either
Like some sort of program or invent something, right?
right, yeah, it could even be like a song or something.
I don't got flow for that. You've heard my rap chats.
Oof.
Um, Not necessarily off the top of my head.
Because it's one of those things where you think, okay, I'll go back in time and create the iPhone. Well, I don't know how to make a fucking iPhone.
Right, exactly. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And like, oh yeah, iPhone. It's like, I don't know the technology that actually goes into an iPhone. I feel like I could probably, I don't know, something like a fucking like a chainsaw or something like that. I think I could replicate a chainsaw because they probably didn't have. I don't think they had chainsaws back then.
In 1850, probably not.
Yeah, but they had motors. Like when was the car invented? They probably had some form of motor.
The cars, I think, were the
Oh
1890s.
shit, maybe not then. Yeah, because I'm
I think
not building the motor for scratch, I'll tell you that.
they had steam engines, I think, in the 1850s.
Yeah,
Maybe I went back too far.
1850 is crazy.
1920.
Still though, it's the same problem. I don't know how to create anything. Like I
I could
can't make a
definitely like
computer.
if we went back to 1850, I could 100% like make a paperclip.
Yeah, okay, I guess. But how are you gonna get the steel or whatever?
How am I going to get mass production?
No, like they probably had steel in that time period, right?
Oh yeah, they had metal.
Right. So like how are you gonna cut it and make it so paper thin?
I'm going to make my paper clips out of aluminum.
Same concept. It is what it is. I have no idea what I'm gonna create. I'm just gonna probably be a regular old Joe Schmo and not create generational wealth.
Fair enough.
I'd think of something when I got there. Maybe I'll just buy up a bunch of real estate. I wonder if maybe I'll start Airbnb.
It's just be by word of mouth.
Just like, hey, take your wagon down yonder, hook a left, and come stay in my Airbnb.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. All right, next question. Vacation drink of choice. So you're on a romantic getaway with the lady and you're getting pre-dinner drinks. What are you ordering?
Where are we? Does it matter?
Not necessarily, but you can be wherever you want to be.
I got two. I'm gonna go pineapple and rum, which is what I always do, like pineapple juice and like a Malibu rum, and a dirty martini with extra olive juice. And then I'm gonna start drinking it and realize I don't really like martinis like that, but I always get them when I'm trying to be fancy or some shit. And Marissa has to end up finishing it, so I'll probably just do what I usually do.
Yeah, interesting picks, I'm not gonna lie. A
Yeah,
little on the gay side.
you gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Truthfully, I just like you. I like making you edit it.
I haven't been editing them.
I'm just saying, pineapple Malibu and a dirty martini with extra olive juice. It's a little suspect if you ask me.
Also, something I was thinking about, which is not going to really help me on this, is a Mai Tai.
Yeah, even worse.
I mean, I don't like drinks that are super strong. Well, not even necessarily that. I just like to taste
Fruit
fruit. Marissa walked by when I was saying that. She's saying some bullshit.
classic.
Oh, she said juice. I don't know.
Yeah.
We should probably take away their right to vote.
Yeah. Don't worry, when Trump gets elected, that'll happen.
Hey,
But but yeah, for me, probably go to is just gonna be an old fashioned. Uh get some orange bitters in there, a little orange peeled around the rim on a nice circle ice cube. Good stuff.
hmm. Yeah, in my opinion, it could be that I've never had one that's been made properly. I don't know if I've ever actually had an old fashioned.
So like I'll tell you, it's not just like a shot of whiskey. Like it is, but it isn't. It has like different flavors in it. And if it's good whiskey, like it's good to sip on. It's obviously strong, but it tastes good. Um, and I think it's like a perfect like pre-dinner drink, especially if you're gonna continue like drinking liquor or whiskey the rest of the night. Like having a good old fashioned before dinner is solid.
I I'm gonna have to branch out and try that.
Yeah, you should. They're usually on the expensive side, but I mean, if you're on vacation, like it's that type of thing. Like you're not gonna just go up to Mad Catz and get an old fashioned. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, maybe I'll have one whenever we go on the friend trip.
Yeah, we could look into making some. That could be fun. Like get some whiskey and get all the stuff to make good old fashions in the house. Could be a good
Yeah.
time. All right, yeah,
Okay.
that was my question.
Okay. My question. Do you remember what your final art project was in that art class we took at Cape Fear?
Yes.
What was it?
I I think it was the final one. I drew a road that was narrowing. It started like at the bottom of the page and got narrow as the top to mimic it being far away or whatever. Not good at art, so just like let's preface that with this. Um, and a car on that road. The car had wings on it because it was going to be a flying car. And I think there were some other little characters around it because I remember the project trying to be like some it was supposed to be like an imagination type thing.
Yes.
And I think I just drew like the first six random things that popped in my head.
I remember mine was like a Star Wars landscape that was, I hope I have it because I actually think it was pretty cool. Obviously, the drawings were terrible, but I do think it was pretty cool. I
Yeah,
remember
I don't remember. I don't think I have mine anymore.
that was a honestly that was a fun class for what it was.
It definitely was a fun. We had a good time in there. We just kind of sat there and just tried to draw stuff and looked at each other's papers and we're like, oof.
Yeah, there were some people in there that were pretty good.
Yeah, most people take art because they enjoy it and they want to practice. We just like need an elective. So we're like, let's take art.
You know that building's not there anymore. It's a parking lot.
Seriously?
Yep. It's used as parking for the concert venue.
I guess that checks out. That was an old little building too. So that makes sense. All right, so pet peeves. I have a pet peeve. Do you have a pet peeve?
I don't think so. I don't have one today.
All right, so I'll just send it with my pet peeve. So I make these smoothies every morning, and it's like my breakfast every day. It's like protein, banana, milk, creatine, like usually spinach, but sometimes I put a scoop of like my greens in there. Then I have frozen strawberries, frozen bananas. My pet peeve is that I buy these bags of strawberries and blueberries. I think I may have said that wrong the first time. It's frozen strawberries, frozen blueberries. But I buy them at the same time from Sam's Club and I put a handful in the smoothie each morning. And I always run out of strawberries and I still have like half the bag of blueberries left. So now I'm like, do I buy a whole nother bag of strawberries and just like keep the blueberries? Or do I buy another bag of blueberries when I still have half the bag left? And it's frustrating.
Yeah, that is frustrating. I don't run into that problem with smoothies. When I do my smoothie, it's pretty much always just like a banana and like peanut butter situation.
Yeah, I use peanut butter in mine too. Also, you don't run into that problem with your smoothies because you eat Oreos for breakfast.
Mm. I could blend my Oreos into
You
like
could,
milk.
you could. They're
That
still
actually
equally as bad as as
probably
bad
would
for you.
probably would taste pretty good actually.
They would probably be delicious.
That's the idea. Oreo milk.
Oreo milk. Um, yeah, man. Maybe you need to. We'll get you a time machine, send you back. All right, but closing comments. So I have a proposition, and it doesn't have to be this. It can be something else.
Can
But
you talk for like 2 seconds to the people? I'm about to piss myself.
all right, we're gonna go on a commercial break. You're a gun owner and can't seem to finish the job. Sign up for Mikey Two Sticks School of Assassinations. Gain +5 on your mid-range shot and become an AW within the first 2 months of learning from the very best. All right, thanks for that sponsored message from the AW Association. Back to where we were, proposition for you, okay?
All right.
So it can be something different, but we run the Wilmington Marathon and Half Marathon in February. It's February 22nd, 2025. If you beat your time from last time, you get $100. I pay you $100. But if I also beat my time from last time, then it cancels out. And if I beat my time and you don't beat your time, you owe me $100.
February. What is that? 6 months from now?
Yeah. You did couch to half marathon in less time. Now you just
Yeah.
have to, you're just like, I would say futon to half marathon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm much more active now than I was before I started training for the half.
Right. You were way better shape than you were.
And 25 pounds lighter.
Right.
Fuck it. I'll do it.
Lock it
I
in.
said I'm never gonna fucking do it again, but fuck it.
You locking it in?
Fucking lock it in, dude.
All right. So you can think about it like it doesn't have to be the marathon, but we can do some sort of other challenge of the sort. But that one just makes sense because it's in Wilmington.
You think it'd be possible to do the full?
Possible? Yes. Attainable? I don't think so.
Fuck it. I'm not, I don't even know. I had a glimmer of like, and then the words came out of my mouth and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I think I just think the sheer miles that you're going to have to put on your body is going to be a lot. And I think you should probably shoot for just beating your time in the half marathon.
2 hours and 57 minutes and 34 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, so we'll pull up the shots. And then also another stipulation in the bet. If I beat your time, you owe me $200. So if I run my marathon in less time than you run your half marathon, if you run it faster than you did last time, I won't beat you.
What if I did it exactly the same?
I still probably won't. I mean, there's a glimmer of hope. It's likely unattainable, but I would try.
The only way I would agree to that is if there's a scenario where I can win $200.
Let's hear it. Figure out your price.
I think if I shaved 30 minutes off my time.
I think 30 minutes off your time is so doable though. I say 50 minutes off your time. You shave 50 minutes. If you go
Like shave an hour?
Yeah, if you go under 2 hours, you can win $200.
I can't do that.
Okay. I'm stuck in it.
I can't do that. Hold on. Let me do a little simple.
You can.
Let me do some mathematics real quick. So it's 13.1 miles, 2 hours. Oh God.
It's just under a 10-minute mile. You'd have to run like 9.5, 9:45 probably.
I can't do it.
Which is I ran my marathon in under a 9-minute pace. So you can do it.
You're a better athlete than I am.
I wasn't gonna say it.
I mean, you're not better than any one thing individually than I am, but overall, the overarching term, yeah. Like,
Well, I'm better at running, that's for sure.
Does that have anything to do with athletics? That's debatable.
I would beat you in basketball right now, 100%.
0% chance that happens, and we can film it and put it on the YouTube. I have on the YouTube me beating you. So
you do have that on the YouTube. You just selectively posted the one that you want, and it
I
wasn't.
don't know if there is another one.
There is another one. I'm pretty sure I have it on my phone. Actually, I know I have it on my phone, and I might just post it on Instagram every bucket I score on you, because just to one up you.
Classic.
But um, also half of those buckets were on Drew as well. It's not like you beat me one on one.
Hey, listen, I'm an equal opportunity bucket giver.
All right, we can make it happen.
EEOBG.
All right, all right. I'll give you the mic treatment. I'll just play up on you so you can't shoot, and then make you put the ball on the ground, and you'll just be tired and have to stop playing in 5 minutes.
The difference between me and him is I can get my shot off.
Mm, Not true.
I won't, I won't go inside the 3-point line once, and I'll still win.
Not a chance. We both know exactly what's gonna happen. You're gonna start pulling a couple shots. You might make two of them or so, and then you're gonna have to try and back me down. You're gonna have to.
Well, I won't be trying to. I will be doing it. It just depends on if I get tired or not.
It depends if.
We both just said two if statements. So,
That's true. That's true. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. We're just gonna have to see.
all right, here's the deal.
All right.
I'll run the half, you run the full. We'll play one-on-one afterwards to 3. And if if neither one of us break our legs, somebody owes us both $200.
All right. That's fair. If it's anything like the last time we finished, I'll just forfeit.
My feet still hurt from the other one. Running.
That was brutal, I will say. Standing in line and waiting for that fucking train or whatever we got on was miserable.
Well, this is good because now we'll start talking about working out again because now I have to fucking start working out.
Yeah,
Boo.
darn.
Fuck, I guess my health. I guess we'll do something about it.
No, I think it'll be good. I mean, all in all, now you've ran one, you know what it's gonna take a toll on your body. Like, you know how to train, you know exactly how much you need to run, and what it feels like if you're gonna be feeling prepared and stuff. So I think overall it'll be a good thing.
You gonna make me a workout plan again?
Do I need to?
I mean, it'd be
You
nice.
need to take a little individual responsibility in that.
It'd be nice. I mean, you're the one. It's your idea, so it'd be nice if you made me one.
Sorry, I care about my friend.
Ugh. All right, that's all I got.
All right, dog. I'll talk to you.
Bye.